All right. Oh, let me turn that down here. I don't want to get a copyright strike. So, all right. So this is an update on what's going on here in Kabul. Okay. So those, number one, from the last time that I did a video, I mentioned that it's supposed to be 5,000 people. Okay, as the Taliban 2.0 has pretty much taken over everything except the airport, the Kabul airport. Okay, that they pretty much seize about maybe 99.9% of Afghanistan as far as the Taliban. Okay, that number has changed to 6,000, and they have arrived there. Let's see here. I made that video about 2 weeks ago. Okay, something like that, over the weekend. So this is the 27th, around like the 15th, 14th, 15th of the month. Okay, so since then, thousands have fled. Okay, I've heard 5, maybe 10, probably by now 10,000, and everybody's not going to make it out. Okay, if anybody know, maybe have maybe a better estimate, feel free to leave a comment and let me know. Okay, but I think it's somewhere around 10,000. And I've looked at those videos or whatever around the airport. There are thousands of people at that airport waiting in line. There's guys are trying to climb over the security gates and all that. Okay, the restricted areas to get on planes. There's guys at the gates, are sitting on planes and sitting on the wings and all that. And the government had supposed to, this U.S. government had contracted with several domestic airlines here, as well as airlines in the Middle East, to get as many Afghan people out as they can. Now, many of these people are people that worked as like village workers. Okay, that they are trying to get out, but I guess they have problems with visas and all this other stuff, and getting people here in to America. It's supposed to be 14,000 people, Afghans, are coming here. Okay, so all right, those workers are going to have first priority. Okay, for them to have 6,000 people there, it's supposed to be extended longer from negotiations from the terrorists. And why are the U.S. government trying to negotiate with these terrorists? Okay, August 31st is still supposed to be the deadline. Now, from what I understand, the Taliban was able to wanted to give more time, or agreed to give more time, but they're not going to make it easy. Okay, they're not going to make it easy at all. All right, couple other notes. All right, there was a couple of firefights outside the hotel between the Marines and the Taliban. Okay, 4 people were supposed to have been killed from that, from what I understand. Also, they had a bombing either yesterday or today from a suicide bomber. It's supposed to have been like 24 people got killed all in all. Okay, 12 U.S. Marine soldiers and the other 11 people from Afghanistan. Okay, could be American citizens that were involved in that. Okay, so yeah, this Taliban is giving them hell and back. Okay, as they're taking back over Afghanistan again. And I said that Afghanistan is like a sore thumb. Okay, they're always going to need help from somebody. They can't support themselves, really, because the government's unstable. They just keep changing hands and political views, but at the same time, it cannot really be conquered. Okay, it has to probably be provisional to either another government, or maybe to like a military or whatever, for let's just say for a particular, I don't know, political party, to get things to where it needs to be. All right, and I felt that the military, they should never left, whether it's Marines or Army. They should have kept probably a few thousand people back for training and security. Okay, I mentioned that I just think that they need 50 to 75 years, okay, for that Taliban 1 and 2 generations, okay, to pass through or to get very old, all right, to where they can get that government to where they need to be. And it's all a game anyway, okay, because it just, in my opinion, it's about really natural resources or whatever and a banking system, okay? There ain't no terrorists. I mean, terrorism, okay? Terrorism for what, okay? That's their country anyway. That's just the type of culture that they have. Terrorism, okay? They ain't found what? They ain't even found a firecracker factory over there as far as weapons of mass destruction, okay? But I digress, okay? What's his name? Okay, President Biden, he knew he made a mistake or whatever, okay, by pulling out or whatever. And this is all for political reasons, agreements that he had maybe with other, you know, Democratic, let's say, interest groups and committees and so forth, okay? Because, yes, there's also a political angle in this. Money and politics, okay? That's all I'm going to say about that right now. Oh, and I was going to say too, Joe Biden doesn't listen as well, because the chief of staff, man, I forgot his name, and the Secretary of the Defense, Austin Lloyd. Okay, I think it's General Milley is the Marine General for that, is the Chief of Staff, okay, has suggested to the president to keep people back, and he didn't listen, okay? Hell, and I'm a veteran. I'm not even up that high or whatever, a high IQ military personnel or whatever, and I could have said that, but I just, you know, I just studied my history or whatever, okay, of what happened when America had conquered and then pulled out, okay? We've had the same problem during the First World War. We had the same problem during the Vietnam, and the same problem during Somalia, okay? And it seems like some people just, either they don't know their history or they just don't learn from it. Okay, so here's the update. I just didn't want to keep making updates and updates because I had other stuff to talk about. And this is not saying this is not important, but this is a distraction because what's really going on, because China is, man, that they are getting very close to Taiwan and South Korea. Okay, so they want to get your mind off that and into this ordeal right here, where it could have already been controlled. Okay, as well as some, let's see here, around Somalia and Djibouti. Okay, around that area. Okay, so that's your update on Afghanistan, and the mission's supposed to be or end on August 31st. I wouldn't be surprised if it's longer, and I wouldn't be surprised if they end up staying there longer or whatever, okay, for at least, I don't know, 6 months as far as the Marines. All right, stay tuned for the next video, and thanks for listening.